Hey, it's Javon Pera. Today we're going to be talking about context versus content. It's really about the not so common life. So context, for example, is what brings forth all of the content. Think of a baby crying in the middle of the night. We have our little Charlie. He's 4 months old right now. He likes to wake us up at 1:30. So he screams. I'm like, waking me up. Because the context is I should be sleeping, right? This is the time when I sleep, and I'm not sleeping right now. Now it's frustrating. That sound is like chilled to the bone. Oh, the crying baby. Now switch the context around. Context of my baby passed away, dead. I'm like, oh, my life is completely crushed. But the baby's in the other room with the doctor, and in that setting, I hear the craziest, high-pitched shriel of a scream come from my baby. Oh my gosh. Now the baby doesn't, that cry isn't a bad cry. Now it's the most beautiful sound I've ever heard in my life. What changed? Well, the scream itself, the content didn't change at all, but my experience is completely different because the context of that happening has changed. Context is everything. The content in our life, our job, the people in our life, the car we drive, the stuff we have, it's all content, and it really doesn't matter at all. It really doesn't, because it's the context that you hold this content, that content comes from, that gives it all the meaning that we put on it. Who decides what meaning goes on it? Well, it's usually us. So what meaning are you putting on this stuff? Here's another example. Your job. You can go to your job, you're like, my job sucks. I make barely enough to pay my rent. I have to work 8 hours a day. Now, different context. I used to live in a place in Irvine where there were strawberry farms, and no matter when I got up, when it was strawberry picking season, there were a bunch of people out in the fields picking strawberries. They had been up for a while, and it was cold, and they were bundled, and they were doing that hard manual work. And I'm thinking, wow, imagine if that was your job, and that was the job that you had. It's a great job, right? Let's say you're coming from another country and you're happy to have a job, and then you got to do my job. Man, I'm sure every single one of those, at least at first, people would be like, this is incredible. I don't have to be cold and pick strawberries at 4:30 in the morning. And the context that they're coming from is I'm so thankful to have this job, and yet I'm whining about it, right? Context. So what are the things that cause you discomfort, that cause you suffering? What's the content in your life that you think if it was changed would make you happy? Well, it's just a different way of looking at the same stuff. The same things in your life. Nothing could change, and you could actually be very happy. It's just changing the context a little bit.